Please use caution when trying any techniques used in this movie. Speaking out against oppressive regimes may cause side effects such as headaches, mood swings, sweating, indigestion, loss of appetite, loss of sleep, loss of home, loss of friends, loss of constitutionally guaranteed rights, death, and vaginal dryness. This movie may not be appropriate for all audiences. If you are a dictator, please leave the room now.
أنا تمام عادي. ديك وامل الأول. أنا داير. داير؟ داير. ديك وان؟ صوت حلو عندك؟ يلا. ديك وان. انتوا جايين من ورا اهلكم؟
انا جايه من ورا اهلي. انا بابايا اللي هو شرطه سابق اتحال على المعاش في شهر 8 وما يعرفش ان انا بجيب تحليل.
فلوس هيعرف دلوقتي.
هيعرف دلوقتي هاي بابي مفيش حاجه.
الو ماما. لا انا في المكتب.
Protesters are back on the streets in Cairo, Egypt.
Demonstrators staged one of the largest rallies in months.
Thousands of demonstrators came ready for a new political revolt.
Violent clashes are raging once again in Tahrir
Protesters
Square.
and security forces.
Since the revolution began last January, more than 1,200 people have died and over 13,000 injured.
President Mubarak stepped down nearly a year ago.
Of President Hosni Mubarak.
Since then, the military has remained in power.
Egyptians are protesting military control.
Military rule.
Against the Egyptian military. Protesters say the military isn't transitioning to democracy as it promised.
طالبين ايه؟ انتوا عايزين مننا ايه؟ البطاطين الناس جايباها امبارح والله اقسم بالله ان هي من قوت ولادها مصري مسيحي ليبرالي علماني متدين مش عارفه سلفي اخواني.
ليش تقولي ليبرالي وراها كافر؟
كلمني يا باسم. عمرو براحه.
دي حاجه محتمله يا جماعه. هنحاول نطلع قدام على قد ما نقدر.
يا رب الصوره معانا يا رب. اتكلم يا باسم مع الناس.
عايزين حاجه؟ على فكره كنتاكي قافل.
ان على الباب ده قنبله مشكله الدموع، ان على الباب ده قنبله مشكله الدموع، طبعا احنا عارفين الغاز الجديد. مش عايز اقول لحضرتك تحفه فعلا يعني. انا بس فعلا للاسف هقطع عليك الضحك، لان انا والله العيان اللي في ايدي مات. والله يا دكتور باسم العيان اللي كان تحت ايدي مات.
تخافش يا بطل.
يلا اقفل عليها بقك خد نفسك طلعنا خير يلا.
يعني هو مش هيفضلوا بهاز مش هيفضلوا بشار. في ناس بطريقه ثانيه احسن ان انت تتعامل مع الناس ديت يا جماعه.
افتح طريق. لسه طفله لسه بتفهم.
الطريقه بيحصل في البلد مننا ومن الجيش ومن الشرطه غلط. نعمل تصفيه عزله دي مهزله. مش قادر يقف. موقف ضرب النار. انا مش قادر ضرب النار.
ده بس خلاص انا بعدنا.
مفيش اي مبرر للعنف الغير مبرر يخش ويخوض التجربه دي بعد كده يتكلم. بس وانت قاعد في البيت بتتفرج على التلفزيون ارجوك يعني فلتقل خيرا او فلتصمت.
I became a doctor to please my parents. My brother is an engineer. If we had a third brother who was a dentist, we'd be almost a Jewish family. But we're not. My job is to cut people open, to see what's inside.
كده لا احنا قدام في الموضوع ده
كتكميله. مصور جاله غاز ويجل. معلش بيحطها على الفاتوره. علاج واحد مصور غاز ويجل.
I love sarcasm. It lets me cut through people's facades without spilling any blood. If I could do anything, I would have my own comedy show. Be like Jon Stewart. Make fun of New Jersey, whatever the hell that is. I would make fun of politics, the president. There's only one problem. I live in Egypt. I grew up under the rule of our benevolent military dictator, Hosni Mubarak, who became the president of Egypt almost 30 years ago. That's 15 times the average lifespan of your iPhone. Or 6 American presidents. Or as we call it in Egypt, his first term.
Hosni Mubarak was formally elected president. He was the only candidate. More than 98% of those who voted marked yes on their ballot.
The other 2% of the vote went to hummus. We love hummus. And that was that. We all lived happily ever after. The end. No, not quite.
Mubarak wants to close the gap between the few very rich and the many very poor. His slogan, Egypt is for all.
By Egypt for all, Mubarak meant that everyone is free to say whatever they want. And as long as you don't piss off authority, you're okay. Life under Mubarak was like literally being under Mubarak. But something was changing. A revolution started in Tunisia. And we're not going to be upstaged by those adorable little bastards.
Winds of change are sweeping through North Africa and the Middle East. The Arab Spring, protest movements taking root in countries whose authoritarian regimes have never seen such defiance.
Thousands of people started taking to the streets. I watched on TV as crowds started demanding the removal of Hosni Mubarak. I'd never seen a protest before. There were injuries everywhere. I decided to go to Tahrir Square as a doctor to treat people's wounds. And I saw two different realities. The reality that I saw in the streets and the other reality that I saw on television.
هذه الوقفة المعطلة لمصر في ميدان التحرير.
وما حتى ما يخش لهم ما يخشلهمش ببقوا ميه.
مفيش مشكلة يعني إن حد يولع فيهم صراحة.
طلع دبابة اضرب طلقة في السماء في الهواء. كل الجبنة دول هيجروا.
The media was brainwashing the people, inciting hate, calling these people in the streets spies, operatives, insurgents. People were being harmed just by speaking their minds. I was angry that the media could be so irresponsible. They should be the voice of the people, but not the voice of authority. I never imagined that I would see my country like this. And then, it happened.
President Hosni Mubarak has decided to step down as president of Egypt.
We won. I never thought I would see this day. It's going to be a new Egypt. We will never have a military dictatorship again. And finally, everyone will have a free voice. Even though Mubarak left office, the media is still total shit. They have complete freedom of saying absolute nonsense.
أولاً أنا عايز أعرف قصة شنبك المميز ده وإيه علاقته بالصحافة.
They're getting away with murder, and there's no one to stop them. You turn on the TV, and all you saw was people screaming and arguing. It was a fucking zoo. So 6 weeks after Mubarak left office, my friend Tariq, he called me and said, let's make a show.
Bاسm is one of my best friends, and we've been friends for so long, and I knew he had something interesting to say.
This is where I started doing my first show ever. We started the show in my laundry room. One desk, one camera, and a screen with pictures behind it.
We started filming some stuff and put it on the internet. I thought at best he would give us 10,000 views on the first week. He gave us 35,000 in the first day, and he got us 5 million views in 2 months. Everybody was talking about him.
It was unprecedented. It caught fire.
Having something that's funny and at the same time it's really about a serious matter, this was something that was very new.
I was very excited that people are watching me, but it was scary. I didn't know how to deal with this, but I liked doing it because I was taking revenge against the lies and the manipulation of the media. And it felt the right thing to do. Up until then, Egyptians were never allowed to make fun of authority or the media. Because when you laugh at authority, it won't be easy to control us anymore. Criticism جاي من الجفرمنت نفسها؟
لا يعني قدام would you tell the people or would you just stop the show؟
والله على حسب اسلوب التهديد اللي هيستعملوه يعني ممكن ما يبقاش موجود اساسا عشان كل حاجه. TV stations started making offers, so I had to make a decision: continuing my stable career as a surgeon, or break my parents' hearts and become a full-time comedian. The choice was easy.
والآن مع برنامج البرنامج مع باسم يوسف.
أهلا بكم في الحلقة الأولى في برنامجكم الجديد، برنامج البرنامج. هو ده اسم البرنامج، البرنامج.
والآن مع برنامج البرنامج مع باسم يوسف.
نفس الكوبري، نفس النيل، نفس القميص. حضرتك معاك ايه؟
معايا بخاخات هوديها للعيادة.
انا عايز اعرف مين هو مصدر تمويلي؟
مصدر تمويلي طبعا امريكا على المستويات وايران.
بس طلعتي منهم
I remember the first time I saw Bاسم Yusuf's show, I saw it as something on my side. He was encouraging people to be more critical toward authority. It's someone who's saying things that are similar to what we're saying to each other. Things that are not usually on TV, things that are critical of the media and the way it controls the people's minds. He's like our guy. I think one of the biggest problems that Egypt had before... This is not fun. Anyways, it was very dangerous to have a show under Mubarak. When they send people to jail, like journalists or activists, that killed hope in people, that made people forget that change could happen. Since the revolution, everything has changed. Will there be democracy in the future or not? Will there be freedom of speech or not? We've been waiting for something to happen. The revolution is going through a very critical moment. We still don't know who is running for president. This is the beginning of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Our best-selling author my guest tonight, his new book is called David and Goliath. Underdogs, Misfits, and the Art of Battling Giants.
My wife kind of got screwed. She thought she was marrying a doctor, and she ended up with a guy who tells jokes for a living.
She's a show-off.
Yeah, just like her daddy.
I hope that our daughter grows into a young woman who has her own mind. It's important to me that Nadia understands freedom of expression. Right now, freedom of expression just means one thing: pooping wherever she wants.
أنا ما كنتش متوقع كده يوم جوازي.
الحمد لله الحمد لله، الحاجة اللي كنت مستنيها طول 10 سنين فاتت. تخيل، الحمد لله.
أخيرا أنا نهوت جيت للحظة اللي أنا مستنيها. هخش الاستوديو بتاع جون ستيوارت The Daily Show.
مجنونة. Welcome to The Daily Show. My name is Bاسم Yusuf.
We're the same height.
Yeah.
All right. Is that warm enough? Because we have a fleece as well.
Well, the thing is, like,
Snuggie.
as a matter of fact, I'm burning hot, but I don't want to get it out.
Is my name in the back?
No, no.
Just see the back. Thank you.
No.
See you guys down there.
Okay. حضرتك زي العسل، صندوق كده بس جت كده. ما صندوق زي ما انا قصير يعني، انا طويل قوي يعني. في شكلهم ما هيجيبوا لنا هدايا. اوه بوب كورن. اوه شاورز.
ده انت لقيت الحاجات دي هنا ولا ايه؟
يا دوب دي هتبقى الهدايا بتاعتنا بس يعني غالبا لازم دي هم اللي
So here's what's going on. Hosni Mubarak was Egypt's leader for 30 years. He was immensely popular amongst his people, typically winning elections between 98 and 127% of the vote. He was so beloved, so popular, that last winter his people demanded he take a well-deserved retirement. The time of dictatorship in Egypt is done. My guest tonight, he is a heart surgeon who also hosts a satirical news program in Egypt called Al Barnamij.
Good luck, kid. Thank you.
All right. Please welcome Bاسم يوسف.
Hello. Hey. Oh my God.
Come and say.
Yay! Wow, you've got live audience.
Yes. Now, you don't have an audience.
No, we are actually trying to do that next year. We're going to be the first Arab satirical political show with live audience, which is huge.
It's very interesting that the medias in our country that are not that there's sort of an establishment media, and then there's what's going on in the street, and the twain don't really meet.
Yes, it has been extremely funny and hilarious to watch the media right now. I mean, back in Egypt, it's this, we're not very much different.
No.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Last week, did you have Catherine Zeta-Jones here?
Catherine Zeta-Jones was in your seat, sir.
In this seat.
Your very seat.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
At the month. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have something for you.
I got something for you too. This could take a while.
Here we go.
Well, this was done by the craftsmen of Egypt. They actually they live in the slums, but we're trying to improve their life. But they didn't do the best thing ever, so they did it. It's handmade.
Oh, yeah,
it's
baby.
handmade. Awesome. It's actually it's all handmade.
Look at that.
I know
It doesn't look like you, but this is the best thing. It looks exactly.
This looks exactly like me if I
If you're like
was going to brutally repress some people. You give the best gifts. This is wonderful.
My team is growing. Since a show like this has never been done before, they are all amateurs, former lawyers, architects, and recent graduates.
We're part of the writers team, all three of us. And I'm Basim Stantabu.
I'm going to be creating a thing that I was watching and enjoying and being a fan of. Comedy and satire work really, really well in the moments we're not supposed to laugh. Like the funniest joke ever is the joke that's told in a funeral.
I don't watch TV, I hate TV. But this is the only show that matters.
The whole team is not just friends, we're family, we're not just friends. There's no other show like this.
My whole family is proud and they sit and watch the show.
The good thing about the program is that I can speak my mind and talk about everything that's happening right now with this country.
We're like the dream team. We found each other. Here in Egypt, you have to be very brave and willing to go to jail. So I think it's very brave from Basim. I think so. It's very brave of him.
I can't wait to start our new season. We will have a new studio, a new live audience, and a new president
who I can make fun of.
It could be a day that begins a brand new era in the Middle East, but we're really not sure what kind of era it's going to be yet because this is election day in Egypt.
This is the first time that we have a real election, and we have no idea who will win.
Mohammed Morsi of the Muslim Brotherhood is elected president.
I don't love Morsi, but he would provide great material. He's like our George W. Bush.
وبوجودي أبدا لن يصادر رأي، لن يقصف قلم، لن يحجر على رأي ولا فكر بتاتا.
I think Egypt is on a good path. For comedy,
حان الملك صار لنا رئيس بلحية. هي دقنه صغيرة شوية بس أحسن من النتيجة.
معلش هنستحمله، يمكن بكرة تطول زيادة. مش على المستوى هي دلوقتي، هي صغيرة بس كرباج.
والآن مع برنامج البرنامج مع باسم يوسف.
الرئيس دلوقتي مع السلطة التشريعية والتنفيذية ومنفض للقضائية. عشان كده ما عادش اسمه الرئيس مرسي، اسمه سوبر مرسي.
لقيته بالطريقه الساخره اللي هو يكشف عورات المجتمع.
ان ده دكتور بيعالجنا احنا من الحاله السياسيه اللي احنا شايفينها.
امام القصر تحت قدميه في اللحظات نفسها كان آلاف من مؤيدي الرئيس يهجمون على عشرات من المعارضين المعتصمين.
المتظاهرين يوجد في خيامهم وقذتها بتاع ايه؟
يا راجل في الخيم يلاقوا اللولب، انا مش عارف اسمه ايه، استغفر الله العظيم، انا ماليش في الحاجات دي اصلا يعني.
ولا انا وحياتك انا ماليش خالص بالكلام ده الحقيقه خالص يعني.
في ناس كتير دلوقتي عرفت ايه الفرق ما بين الديمقراطيه وعكسها.
منهم من يقول لي هل يحل لي ان اقتل باسم يوسف؟ فقلت له ليس الان.
ليس الان؟ لا نفسي سوءك.
مدير للكليه فانني امنح الدكتور محمد مرسي الدكتوراه.
It sounds like this new Egyptian President Mohammed Morsi's got his hands full.
Egypt's public prosecutors ordered the arrest of popular television presenter Bاسم يوسف.
The show mocked him when he was awarded an honorary degree in Pakistan and also took aim at the president's less than fluent English.
Making fun of the president's hats and less than fluent English, that was my entire career for 8 years.
The Egyptian government appears to be cracking down on critics.
Egypt's Prosecutor General has issued a warrant for Yousef's arrest.
They're saying that he has insulted President Mohammed Morsi.
Insulting Islam and President Mohammed Morsi.
That a comedian would be a wanted man is itself an astonishing thing.
I don't know if they're gonna come and get me. And I don't want to expose my wife to that. So I called my wife and told her to stay over at her parents' house.
I'm going to turn myself in. The people are waiting every week to see how I comment on events. We are the voice of the people. I need to show them what happens when you go after a joker.
اختار الإعلامي باسم يوسف المثول بإرادته أمام النيابة العامة، مفضلا عدم انتظاره قيام أجهزة التحقيق بتنفيذ قرار الضبط والإحضار الصادر ضده على خلفية اتهامات بازدراء الدين الإسلامي وإهانة الرئيس المصري.
الملفت للنظر إنه باسم يوسف متوجه يعني ضعف كبيرة جدا.
يعني الذل ويعني العار، عمال يحبس في الثوار، عمال يحبس في الثوار.
باسم يوسف لما بيعبر عن رأيه بالسخرية، كل اللي هو بيعمله ده بيعبر عننا ايه؟
منا ومش هنسيبه، منا ومش هنسيبه.
المحكمة رفضت دعوى وقف البرنامج، فاحنا مكملين معاكم شوية. The show is working and people are listening.
Bassem Youssef is the most popular man in Egypt.
Bassem Youssef is known as Egypt's Jon Stewart.
30 million viewers for his weekly program.
40% of the entire population is watching.
Jon Stewart averages 2 million viewers a night.
Nobody has seen anything like it anywhere in the Arab world.
We are showing that the government and the media can't just decide someone is an enemy and get rid of them. When you go after a joker, the joke is on you.
الشعب المصري ينهض.
سيادة الرئيس، عايز اقول لك حاجة. انا مش عايز اصدمك وافاجئك بكلام يضايقك. بالنسبة لمصر بتاعتنا هنا البلد يا ريس. لا حقيقي بجد يعني. اسمح لي اوري لك جزء من نهضتنا.
مع كل يوم بيعدي الحالة بتسوء اقتصاديا وسياسيا واجتماعيا.
أبشروا
في معارك طوابير السولار.
أبشروا
الأزمة الاقتصادية في مصر تتصاعد.
أبشروا
هي دي مصر اللي احنا عارفينها كويس. The people are through with Morsi.
احنا مش عاوزينك.
خلاص احنا تعبنا وشبعنا خلاص. احنا امان.
Morsi is stepping all over people right now. The Muslim Brotherhood consider themselves much more pure than anyone else.
ويقولون نحن ضد الأخوان، لا هم في الحقيقة يحاربون الإسلام.
ومن أراد أن يخرج في 24 هو خارج بجريمتي الحرابة الكبرى والخيانة العظمى للوطن ولله وللرسول وللمؤمنين.
They want everyone to be more conservative. You can't use your religion to justify controlling people. People are feeling alienated. And with the president working against the will of the people, who else can we turn to? Sisi. Remember that name. Sisi. Where was I? The president is abusing his power. Morsi even made a declaration that says he's allowed to change the constitution.
Morsi's decision to amend the constitution will make it impossible for judicial courts to overturn his decisions.
Morsi's move to grant himself sweet Hosni Mubarak's playbook.
Watching every episode, there's always a conflict in my family. They have a different political affiliation. My family likes Morsi. Every episode, I would say, oh my God, what will my father say? What will my brother do? I live in a family house, the same building where my father is and my brother is. We usually had a Saturday breakfast, and I stopped doing so. I switched my breakfast to be on a Friday morning, before the airing of the episode. And I did this just to avoid any eye contact on the next day. البرنامج, it's not a choice, now it's a lifestyle. It's like this is my life, this is what I do.
يا ترى ايه اخر اخبار الرئيس؟
مرسي يشكل لجنة قانونية برئاسته لمراجعة قراراته.
يعني أنا الرئيس أصدرت قرار وديته لجنة المراجعة اللي أنا رئيسها يرجع تاني، مين البرنس اللي أصدر القرار ده؟
I feel there's something going on and it's big. We're expecting someone who's very important, but we don't know who is it now.
Obviously someone very special, someone very big.
Something big will happen. We don't know yet.
I don't know, everybody's running. I don't know. Things are disappearing.
It's just a neighbor.
First I thought it was Morsi, but from the preparations I think it's somebody more important.
For security reasons وانا ما بخرجش nobody says anything، محدش يتويت، محدش يتكلم، محدش يقول لك اوه ماي جاد فلان الفلاني جاي مش عارف ايه كلام من ده وبتاع. خدت بالك ازاي؟ انت بالذات انا مش واثق انا فعلا مش واثق فيك. لا صدق. محدش يقول حاجه دلوقتي، محدش يقول حاجه بعد الشو، محدش يقول حاجه لغايه لما الحلقه تتعرض. اوكي؟ خلاص. جون ستيوارت.
I come here to show you my respect. The job you guys do is incredible. What you put on every week is inspiring to me, and I love it.
بعد 5 4 3 2 1
سجل. بلاي فيديو.
اهلا بكم في مسرح سينما راديو وبرنامج البرنامج.
والآن مع برنامج البرنامج مع باسم يوسف.
أنا راجل بسيط. I'm just trying to practice. أنا راجل بسيط.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. أنا راجل بسيط.
مش لازم هاد يشيلني.
Okay.
ما بحبش أترفع. ما بحبش أترفع.
Okay.
أترفع.
أنا بسيط. أنا رجيل. أنا رجيل بسيط.
Can you see?
دخلوا جاسوس.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Stewart!
ما بحبش أترفع.
The satire puts you, gets you into trouble. I mean, what about the love we get from the people?
I'll tell you this, it doesn't get me into the kind of trouble it gets you into. If your regime is not strong enough to handle a joke, then you don't have a regime. You know, there's an expression, I don't know if you have it, adding insult to injury. Yes, maybe it is an insult, but it is not an injury. A joke has never ridden a motorcycle into a crowd with a baton. A joke has never shot tear gas to a group of people in a park. It's just talk.
مرسي يا جمال لعميل الامريكان وارحل ارحل 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 ارحل
كل اللي في ايدينا ان احنا نفضل ثابتين على موقفنا ونفضل في الشارع لحد ما هو يمشي.
I want Morsi and his people out. But are we really going to install Democracy 2.0 so soon?
لا هيمشي. هو هي المشكلة بقى في اللي بعد. احنا بقى مش عارفين اللي بعد. يعني زي ما قلنا المبارك يمشي ما كناش عارفين اللي هيحصل بعد كده. مش عارفين بعد ده الصراحة هنعمل ايه. بس هو يمشي الأول بس.
إن القوات المسلحة لم يكن في مقدورها أن تصم آذانها أو تغض بصرها عن حركة ونداء جماهير الشعب المصري من كل حواضر مصر ومدنها وقراها. وتشتمل هذه الخارطة على الآتي: تعطيل العمل بالدستور بشكل مؤقت.
The military removed Mohamed Morsi, suspended the constitution.
The country's first freely elected president deposed.
There's little question the most popular man in Egypt these days is Field Marshal Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. His name is praised in song. His face plastered on walls, storefronts, even candy. Sometimes it's next to women's underwear. Sometimes it's on it.
Of course people like him. After the Muslim Brotherhood, you could be led by Martians and people would still be happy.
جيش مصر مهمته مهمة واحدة: حماية مصر وأهل مصر من عدو خارجي أو عدو داخلي.
باسم هنروح نجيب قهوة وجايين، اوكي؟
ماله في غلطة أساسية عملنا الإسلامية إن الناس والفاليو حريتهم الشخصية عن حرية التعبير. الإسلاميين جم عملوا إيه؟ إسلامية وأنت مش عارف وما تلبسش وما تعملش وأنت حرام وأنت كافر. أنت لما تيجي الحتة دي فالناس قفشت. يعني الفكرة كلها people are seeing دلوقتي دولة عسكرية and they're happy. ليه؟ لأن هو ما بيقولكش البس إيه ما تلبس إيه.
اعملي ايه؟ هجرب افتح انت ليه بتشديني من شعري؟ انا مش بشد على هنجرب بس. لا مش عايزه بقى. بجرب انا. بابا كريستينا. Many girls who used to wear hijab, they are taking it off now. It's kind of a personal decision. It's only for me and God. I don't feel like doing it anymore. So I decided to take it off. I work at the show because I feel that it's a good way to express how I feel and how I want my country to be. I don't think that there is something that we should not talk about or criticize. Like what's happening right now with General Sisi. He took Morsi down and everyone is acting that he is like a god or something. Thank you, General Sisi, but I don't want to act like you are God. I don't want to create another pharaoh, like what we have done before with Mubarak. I don't want this to happen again.
Many of us are relieved Morsi is out. But since he was elected democratically, some people are saying it was a coup. But the military and General Sisi says it wasn't a coup. Supporters of Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood started taking to the streets. And General Sisi sent troops in to restore order.
Clashes between security forces and protesters who support ousted President Mohamed Morsi erupting this morning.
Sisi's forces fired on protesters with tear gas and then automatic weapons.
We are fighting for principle, for the president we elected. It doesn't matter who.
We heard that someone died or someone was shot in somewhere just beside us. We don't know what to do then. Someone is dying there and we're having fun here and we're making fun of politics.
With all the really sad events that are happening and you're obligated to comment on them, all you could say or do is just like be like, You're warning people your life is shit.
No one has admitted to being behind the bombing.
There's so much confusion there right now as to who really is behind these attacks.
The authorities continue to blame the Muslim Brotherhood.
The group has denied any involvement.
Egypt is unraveling.
الضرب هنا واربجي هنا ومش عارف كده. لا انت ايه اللي يضمن لك ان ينضرب لك اربجي على مصر؟ ده بقى مهما جبت سكيورتي هتعمل ايه؟ هتخلي الشارع؟
لا احنا هنا ما ممكن يحصل اي حاجه يعني توقعها يعني عادي جدا واحنا قاعدين هنا بننفجر. بس لازم يبقى حد بيطلع يكلمك على الموضوع ده، ما ينفعش يبقى تجاهل.
I have absolutely no manual to do this. I don't know if there's going to be an explosion where people die anytime right now, anywhere in Egypt, or at the office, or whatever. And we're going to come out and talk about what happened. How can you make fun of it? It's like 9/11 every day.
Egypt has banned demonstrations.
Security forces have locked down Tahrir Square.
Blocked every entrance to Tahrir Square.
The city of Cairo is very much on a high alert basis, as are other cities throughout Egypt.
مش هيسمح دلوقتي ان اي حد يعمل حاجه عنف في الشارع.
هم ما كانوش بيقتنعوا بالسلطه.
انت واقف شايف قدامك الميدان مقفول وعايز تقتحمه، ده عنف.
لا ما كانش مقفول.
هم قفلوه لما
لا ما كانش مقفول.
هم قفلوه عشان
تعرف اينشتاين قال لك ايه؟ الغباء ان انت تحاول تعمل نفس الحاجه وتفشل وتفضل تحاول، ما ينفعش. غير يا اخي، خلاص. انت لازم تشوف المجتمع حواليك بيبص لك ازاي. لازم تكسب الناس. وعلى فكره ومعاه تأييد شعبي فظيع، يعني ده مش بس كده، مش قوه غشيمه، لا الناس هتموت في الجيش، الناس هتموت في السيف، في مجال تاني خالص، يعني مجتمع مختلف تماما. يبقى انت تواجهه بطريقه ثانيه، ما ينفعش كده. انت فاهمني ازاي؟ يا سيدي يا سيدي اسمعني. الانبياء لما جم للناس كانوا بتعبد اصنام. خلاص؟ حد يقول لك ان عباده الاصنام صح؟ لا. النبي غير بين يوم وليله؟ لا. خدهم على راحتهم. لا. خدهم على راحتهم.
لا واجب طبعا. واجب ازاي؟
في وقت للمواجهه وفي وجه للذكاء. تثبت لهم ان في بديل تاني كويس. لازم تكسب، لازم توعي، تاخد بقى. ممكن تبقى الحل مش مسيرات ولا مظاهرات خالص. ممكن يبقى الحل توعيه، تنزل الناس. انا بقول لك دلوقتي انت بقالك سنتين شغال بطريقه غلط. هنفضل هنا لغايه بكره.
ازاي ان احنا ننفذ، لكن لازم نفضل متفقين 100% على الثابت والمبدا، صح؟
ايوه سيدي،
ماشي. الثابت والمبدا ده لا يتغير.
المبادئ لوحدها ما تاكلش عيش، في طريقه انك تنافس بيها المبدا ده. انا بقول لك اهو، الطريقه اللي بيتم بيها تنافس غلط. دور لك على طريقه ثانيه. ما انت متفق معايا ولا؟ الرحمن الرحيم. كوميدي شو، هنعمل حاجه مختلفه وان شاء الله هتبقى حاجه ناجحه وكويسه. المهم اهم حاجه في الحاجات دي كلها ان احنا نستمر. الاستمرار هو افضل وسيله للنجاح. العيب كلنا علينا، بس ارجوكم محدش تاني don't give in للنيجاتيف انرجي. انتوا يا جماعه ظهرنا، ما تخليش اي حد ياثر عليكم. ان شاء الله it's a new beginning, new season. ان شاء الله نفضل مع بعض سنتين وثلاثه واربعه وعشره ولغايه 14 سنه كلنا باذن الله. يلا good luck يا جماعه.
a show that anyone would kill to get a seat in, so I want to watch Bاسم Yusuf live. I mean, he's awesome on TV.
And it gives a different side of things when you're looking at things negatively all the time, every day. It's nice to look at it in a funny way.
I didn't watch the show much. I was just not happy about him using so much profanity. I'm here to understand what is he gonna say about General Sisi in particular.
وهي قطع شوكولاتة عليها صورة وزير الدفاع الفريق أول عبد الفتاح السيسي.
أستاذ أحمد يا ريت تكلمنا عن نشاطك.
حضرتك يعني احنا عجبتنا جدا فكرة صورة الفريق السيسي على الشوكولاتة. تعبي لك كام كيلو شوكولاتة؟
أنا ما بحبش الشوكولاتة قوي.
اللي بقى تعبي لك كام كيلو شوكولاتة؟
ربع كيلو ماشي.
يعني بيدوب في البق جميل.
طب نص كيلو.
انت ما بتحبش السيسي ولا ايه؟
هات اللي عندك كله. اوكي تمام.
قرر يفشخ الإخوان، قال له معاك يومين كمان.
قال له أحد تعمل كده ليه؟ معايا شرعية تمشيني ليه؟ ما هو أنا الشعب فنزل الشعب حرق للشعب وكمل اللعب وسقف غباوته لما جماعته لبسناه في الشلة بتاعنا وفي الصندوق وسيبنا يسوق قتل الخازوق ففرح الشعب.
والسيسي كفح الإرهاب وعشان كده حصل انقلاب.
تعالى تعالى.
في ايه؟
تعالى.
في ايه؟
انت قلت ايه؟
ايه؟ السيسي كفح الارهاب.
دي حلوه سقفوا عليها دي حلوه.
امال ايه؟
بينبسطوا هما من الحاجات دي. اللي بعديها قلت ايه؟
وعشان كده حصل انقلاب. كده ايه ده؟
انت اخواني؟
اخواني يا عم انا مسيحي.
ايه المشكلة يعني؟ اوباما رئيس امريكا واخوان برضه عادي. احنا هنا في البرنامج ساعات بنلاقي نفسنا تحت ضغوط كتير. احنا صوت حر. احنا ما حدش يقدر يقول لنا نقول ايه وما نقولش ايه. بص العصفور احنا مش هنخاف ولا هنتراجع وهنقول اللي احنا عايزين نقوله ونقول بصوت عالي. احنا عايزين حرية حرية. الحرية برضو في ايد الناس الغلط مش كويسة عادي. انت ايدك تقيلة ليه
ايمن فين؟
يعني انا كون ان انا دلوقتي فعلا انا مبسوط ان انتوا حضرتوا مسرح اخير، لان ده يعني انتوا اللي عاملين الكلام ده، يعني ده شرف ليا بيه. انا كنت مبسوط جدا، انا حاسس ان انا في فرح
يعني ندلعهم شويه والنبي زي ما عمالين يبهدلوا زي ما عمالين يبهدلوا فينا كده.
بس يا بيه انا سعيد جدا فعلا ان اخيرا يعني جيت المسرح، يعني فعلا انا مبسوط.
امبارح الجمعة كان يوم مشهود حيث شهد عودة باسم يوسف.
إن برنامج باسم يوسف يعتبر اختبارا حقيقيا لمدى انفتاح السلطة الحالية على النقد، وما إذا أصبحت برامج السخرية السياسية جزءا من الثقافة المصرية بعد الثورة.
لا رأيي طبعا حلقة وحشة مش حلوة كده. أنا ماسك رئيس الجمهورية وماسك وزير الدفاع وماسك زعيم بيتكلم على زعيم.
أنا فرحانة إن هو رجع تاني وناس كتير كمان.
اللي عمل باسم يوسف أخطاء مرسي. هو ما يقدرش يعمل نفس الحكايه دي مع الحكام الحاليين لان ليهم دعم ضخم جدا
لكن الحلقه كويسه.
انت كده فعلا ان انت كده بتتمادى بجهل الناس، مش معترف بعقليه الناس واحترامهم. خلاص طالما ما بتحترمهمش يبقى انت ما تلزمش ان احنا نتفرج عليك.
الحملة تقدمت ببلاغ إلى النائب العام، وتقدمنا ببلاغ إلى النيابة العسكرية ضد هذا الرجل الذي شوه رمز مصر.
لأي مدى من الممكن أن يستمر جون ستيوارت مصر دون أن يسجن؟
وصلنا بيان من مجلس إدارة شبكة CBC التي أعقبت عرض الحلقة الأخيرة من البرنامج تقديم الإعلامي دكتور باسم يوسف، وإذ تؤكد شبكة قنوات CBC أنها ستظل داعمة لثوابت الشعور الوطني العام ولإرادة الشعب المصري، وحريصة على عدم استخدام أي ألفاظ أو إيحاءات أو مشاهد تؤدي إلى الاستهزاء بمشاعر الشعب المصري أو رموز الدولة المصرية.
عمليسي يعني سبورتنج وكلام من ده وبتاع، ده ما بيطلعش بتاعت مش مخليني اطلع.
It's very hard to take the negative comments and to take the negative feedback and to keep continuing without feeling at least for frustrated for a while.
Screw them.
A more diplomatic answer.
I don't give a shit.
That was really diplomatic.
We are being attacked by state media, even privately owned channel.
Yeah.
Even the channel we are on.
This is what's happening right now. It's either you like the army or you love the army and CC, or if you don't like CC, then you don't like the army. You're a traitor. Yeah.
باسم بيه يا باسم بيه. باسم بيه يا باسم بيه. هند الشعب المصري ليه؟ هند الشعب المصري ليه؟ قول لي هند السيسي ليه؟
سيسي 18.
لا هند بس هي ما تشوفيني سيسي. قد كده قد كده قد كده.
أنا عارفة. شفته.
There's an interim president, but Sisi and the military are the ones really running the show.
Ultra-nationalist fervor has swept the nation.
Lots of people like General Sisi. They think that he will restore calm and safety.
There is a large number of people who support Sisi, and they're eager to have a strong man, a military man, come back and restore some semblance of order here.
شايفين في الأمن والأمان اللي هو الأمن والأمان اللي هو يبدأ نعمل بعد كده مشاريع ونقدر نشتغل.
Having Sisi as a leader just means going back to military control.
Sisi and the Egyptian military launched a massive crackdown on any form of dissent. The crackdown on human rights organizations, the crackdown on the media.
It is becoming scary to be on TV.
Questions about just how free the media can now be in Egypt under the new transitional government that's being formed.
It takes a long time before you're able to affect and control the media. We're working on this.
To Sisi, freedom of expression is nothing but an obstacle. For the first time, I feel that I'm being watched. I get a call from Tariq, and he's telling me that they arrested his dad.
And I got this phone call from my mother. She said that they came and they took your father from home. There's not a single accusation, not a single proper accusation.
The lawyer told us that there's no case, and he thinks that they did that to pressure me.
I get these Facebook messages from my friends or my older friends who tell me that I directly was responsible for putting my father in prison. Is it because of البرنامج? It's a good target. It's an easy target.
Am I now a reason for people being arrested? نادية بصي تعالي تاني تاني
I can't enjoy the show like the other peoples do, because each time I watch the show I feel really worried that what will people think, will someone like hurt him for saying this, or
She can be totally objective about it.
yeah. I want this to end, but at the same time I don't want this to end, because I know he loves what he's doing and a lot of people are looking up to him.
The staff won't come here tomorrow.
Why is that?
For their safety.
All of us, we're not coming tomorrow?
No, we're not.
Everyone?
No, not everyone, but it's fine to work from home if you want to, because it could be safer. Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
انت يا حديقه تخفي كله هيجي جايه 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 جايه
جايه وش
جايه نوره جايه
باسم يوسف يا جبل، باسم يوسف يا جبل، إلا جسمك
ايوه بالظبط، هم فاهمين الحلقه بتاعتها غلط تماما.
يا نوح
لا انا خفت.
تعالى فوق، ده من الامريكان. نسيتوا عمل ايه في الاخوان؟ نسيتوا عمل ايه في الاخوان؟ اول ما هتناموا على الراجل اللي ماشي على الاخوان. يلا يا شحات يا معرف، يلا يا شحات يلا يا معرف، واحنا نخلص يا Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tariq.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Make a wish. Wait. Throw it at the protesters.
انزل يا جميلة الساحة. سمعوه 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 سمعوه، الثوار هيقطعوه، الثوار هي.
So funny. Happy birthday to you. Not bad.
time of panic and fear, satire is very difficult to swallow, very difficult to digest. I don't know how will this fly.
بلالي زعل ان انت توب نيوز في بلد اللي مش حاجه ثانيه بتحصل في بلد الفاضيه للدرجه.
وراجعين مراسل وقاعد بيتكلم
بيقول لي طب ما تعالوا. طب يلا نقعد احنا، يلا يا جماعه نقعد. يلا يا جماعه احنا نراجع السكريبت، جيب الناس بره، انا مش عارف بره بيعمل ايه يا جماعه، احنا ورا سكريبت وسكند رايتنج. يلا ممكن يا جماعه تبطلوا تحطوا اكل هنا وتسيبوه لو سمحتوا. يا عم انت بتصور ايه بس؟ ممكن تبطلوا تحطوا اكل هنا وتسيبوه يا جماعه. يا اشرف اصل هنا مفيش تهويه، القطه بتكتم، ما تسيبش اكل هنا خالص. يلا يا ولاد.
No, like we didn't used to come frequently last season, okay? But like we're coming now more frequently because we're a little bit worried like, about him and so on. Okay?
I am.
لا بالعربي
proud of him. أنا فخور بيه يعني. فخور بيه.
في البرنامج مبدئيا انا اشكركم جدا ان انتوا رغم كل الصعوبات والقلق اللي بره ان انتوا عرفتوا تخشوا. انا بس عايز اصحح حاجه، هي مفيش مظاهرات معاديه لينا ولا حاجه بره. الناس اللي بتشتمنا وزعلانه مننا بره دي هم الحقيقه عايزين تذاكر يخشوا الحلقه بس. طبعا يا جماعه انتوا شفتوا ردود الافعال الاسبوع ده هوت، واكيد برضو سمعتوا البيان اللي طلعته قناه CBC بخصوص البرنامج. في حاجات اهم من كده بكتير في البلد. مستقبلنا هنعمل ايه؟ في بكره بقى؟
هنعمل ايه بقى؟ ما هو الدستور ناس عماله تخزوقنا فيه، الانتخابات ناس عماله تخزوقنا فيها، المرور عماله تخزوق فيه، كل حاجه عمالين نتخزوق فيها. طب هنعمل ايه؟
السنه القناه بتاعتك تخزوقك وطلع في البيان انت كمان.
ايوه ممكن حد يفتح لنا هنا ولا نخش من هنا ولا ايه؟ هتطلعوا لي ازاي بقى؟ هنشوف
بيان صادر من مجلس إدارة شبكة قنوات CBC، وحيث أننا فوجئنا بأن المحتوى الإعلامي المسلم لإدارة القناة لحلقة اليوم الجمعة، قرر مجلس إدارة شبكة قنوات CBC إيقاف إذاعة برنامج البرنامج.
I had a meeting with the head of CBC and he told me that I can keep البرنامج as long as I stop making fun of authority. And I cannot do that. Every single TV channel, every single show, they're praising Sisi, making him into a prophet, a savior, a God sent. I will not just be another mouthpiece for the government. This show is about holding authority accountable, regardless of who's in charge. I have to continue because maybe people, if they laugh at their differences, they can laugh at each other instead of hating each other.
If the show got cancelled for good, that would be a very strong message to my landlord. This is Bاسم Yusuf. He is about to be stepped on by this giant, freaky creature. It's a very famous symbol of oppression or like injustice. Right before Bاسم is being stepped on, he is tickling this giant with this feather. This is, in my opinion, what the thing is all about. You have giants who want to crush people, and you're just using whatever tool or whatever mean you have to counter this effort. Your thoughts, your ideas, or anything.
After 3 months off the air, Bاسم found another network willing to take the risk.
Big test for freedom of speech here in Egypt and freedom to be funny. Freedom of speech doesn't seem to be absolute. How long authorities will tolerate Yusuf's show depends on how far he decides to push the envelope.
البرنامج سيعود مرة أخرى يوم الجمعة 7 فبراير على MBC مصر. Ready? يلا وسام يلا زوج تعال. موسم جديد للمرة الثانية. زي ما انتم عارفين البرنامج ده مش سهل. واحنا شكلنا لوحدنا تماما ضد ناس كتير قوي. اللي انا عايز ان انتوا تبقوا متأكدين ان انتوا تتأكدوا من اللي احنا بنقدمه. ان شاء الله هنكمل وانا مش متأكد من الكلمة الأخرانية. Believe in what you do. This is my message to you يا جماعة. وإن شاء الله good luck. يلا. محدش رد ده جاوب تام.
والآن مع برنامج البرنامج مع باسم يوسف.
مكملين وهنقول كل اللي نفسنا فيه ومش هنخاف من حد. ايوه مش هنخاف من حد. بس يعني لو في ناس بتزعل لما نجيب يعني سيرة بعض الناس فيستحسن ان احنا نتجنب. احنا نجيب
السيسي لحد وقت تصوير الحلقه ما كانش حاسم موقفه من الترشح للرئاسه،
وعشان كده احنا عملنا سكريبتين. السكريبت الاولاني في حاله عدم ترشح المشير زي السيسي، اختيارات ومرشحين حيره. اما بقى في حاله ترشحه
انا اتمنى ان لا يرشح نفسه لفريق السيسي خالص.
انا جوايا لا، انا عايزاه يفضل زي ما هو كده.
لا اتمنى ان هو ما يترشحش. هاتولي الكلب اللي جه في الاخر ده.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شعب مصر العظيم، ايها الشعب الابي الكريم، اتقدم لكم معلنا اعتزامي الترشح لرئاسة جمهورية مصر العربية. اليوم أقف أمامكم للمرة الأخيرة بزي العسكري.
جمهور البرنامج العظيم، أقف أمامكم اليوم. هو أنا قاعد بصراحة بس مش مشكلة.
مصر مش محتاجة.
طب استنى كده وريني كليب.
مصر مش محتاجاه في الفترة دي.
مش وقت ان انا ادي قضيه لاعلام يهدم مصر.
لأن المرحلة دي الناس مش مستنية هذا النوع من البرامج.
هو مش وقته يا باسم ان انت تنتقد الانتقادات دي.
ما تعملش حاجة. أنا هاخد لك بحقك. بس هي دي قصته. هو معمول عشان كده يوجد.
هو مش لازم ان انت تنتقد الانتقادات دي.
يعني لو بس الحقيقة لو كان سألني امتى الوقت.
Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is already getting the presidential treatment from the Egyptian media. The former army chief commands more airtime and more deference than his left-wing rival.
Who would want to run against the army? Anybody who would run against the army is by default a traitor. It's not fair.
طبعا موت انتمائي وطفي، انتوا عارفين الانتخابات اللي جايه هتبقى صعبه، معركه شرسه يعني، ومين عارف يمكن المشير السيسي يفاجئنا كلنا ويكسب يعني.
You know, it's just like it gets to you, it's scary. I mean, you know, some people, for them, fame makes them more narcissistic and more arrogant. All that fame made me feel is being scared and frightened.
It's a new reality for the country's media.
Dozens of journalists, activists, and students have been detained and beaten.
Journalists sentenced to years in prison for being journalists.
Are we seeing essentially Mubarak 2.0 in the figure of al-Sisi?
بتكلم على بلد بديها، ولازم الناس تفهم كده وتقف معانا كده، واللي هو بيتصور غير كده يبقى عايز يخرب مصر، وده مش هيبقى مسموح بيه.
يعني برنامج سنة ويقول للهم سياسة طعمك منها وأغاني ملا شاهد. قول للهم التاني سياسة طعمك منها وأغاني ملا شاهد. يعني برنامج سنة ويقول للهم التاني سياسة طعمك منها وأغاني ملا شاهد.
يلا تسلم في الجيش، يلا تسلم في الشعب دي كده. باسم يوسف كده هو فاهم كده دي ايه، وكده هو فاهم كده دي يعني ايه الامريكان.
يعني ممكن حد يقول لنا ازاي نمارس الديمقراطيه بشكل اكثر إثارة.
مصر تحتاج إلى مستبد مستنير.
عارف يعني ايه دكتاتور عادل؟ يعني ديمقراطي.
ديكتاتور على ديمقراطي خلاص ده ولا ايه؟ ابتدي معاك يعني.
ايه بعد التتر؟ يعني التتر خلص ولا بس
There was no signal or in the TV was just black.
برنامج احنا يعني ايام مرسي كان الراجل بيتشتم وبيطلع عينيه ومفيش اي قناه تشوش عليه ولا اي برنامج. اشمعنى الفتره دي بقى؟
حد عنده امكانيات ان هو يشوش لمده ساعتين والناس تتعرض؟ لا ده جهاز مش سهل يعني ان انت تجام.
حاجه غريبه يعني لما ازاي التشويش يحصل على قناه وقت البرنامج بس الاعلانات تبقى زي ما هي فاضيه يعني.
بس عايز اقول لكم حاجه ان الام بي سي كلها نقل على امر جديد بسبب الحركه دي.
يعني النظام خايف من برنامج حاجه غريبه الصراحه.
هنروح الهوت بيرثدي بس.
نعم.
I am basically in the middle of a crossfire and people either love me to death or hate me to death. I worry about being targeted with my family. I worry about the people who are close to me. And with angry, confused and panicking, frightening mob, you don't know how they will react. Maybe it won't be worth it to actually continue. I can't sleep. I'm not eating. And now my old network CBC is suing me. They say I violated my contract by making content that they couldn't air. It's a very, very confusing time and I don't know how we're gonna pull it off.
السيسي لا يحتاج إلى جولات انتخابية.
شهور مش محتاجين جولات؟ على فكرة احنا اللي محتاجين مش هو، احنا الشعب اللي محتاجين حضرتك يعني. الحاجات الطبيعية اللي بتعملها الشعوب التانية جولات، صناديق، نحكم على المرشح بقى ونختار. ده فترة الانمحلال اللي بعد أي ثورة اللي بتاكل ولادها وبعدين بيطلع بقى الخرا والناس كلهم بيتناكلوا.
يلا يا جماعه الساده الضيوف الرجاء دخول الى
يلا يا جماعه ساعه واحده ونخلص.
سيبدا الان.
للنهايه في ان
because of the pressure of making a show like this, I started to understand why people under the pressure of being a celebrity can actually have suicidal thoughts. But it's not like suicide, like I killed myself, but sometimes you think like, so since we are in a violent country right now, wouldn't like a shot from a gun kind of solve everything and, you know, I'll be happy? It's weird, right? It's a little bit dark. But, yeah. But, you know, it's just fantasies. It's just like a fantasy of meeting Monica Bellucci. General Sisi won by 96.9%. It was a very, 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 very close race. I mean, nobody saw it coming. And this is democracy, and this is free elections. Yes.
Sisi hero, Sisi hero, Sisi hero.
In 3 years' time, we went from getting rid of a military president to get a president who's even more loyal to the military. Of course, a country controlled by the military is stable, but stability should not be the goal. It should be something to build on. Nothing has changed.
لا هي كويس مفيش حاجه صح؟
تمام. ربنا يخليك يا دكتور. يا حبيبي. شكرا. خلاص. هنبتدي ان شاء الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مبدئيا انا احب جدا اشكر قناه MBC على الفتره اللي احنا تعاوننا فيها معانا، يعني تعاوننا فيها مع بعض، والحقيقه ان انا ما اقدرش الوم القناه على اللي حصل. هم حاولوا على قد ما يقدروا، لكن للاسف الظروف والضغوط كانت اكبر من اي حد. يمكن تشوفوني في حاجات تانية الله اعلم، بس في الوقت ده مش متاح. البرنامج بشكله الحالي مش هيسمح له ان هو يكمل، ولا على قناه MBC ولا على اي قناه تانية مصريه او عربيه. انا تعبت من المعافره، تعبت من القلق، تعبت من الخوف على السلامه الشخصيه ليا ولعيلتي والناس اللي حواليا. احنا فضلنا ان البرنامج يتوقف ولا ان احنا نهين البرنامج ده.
ليك انت تعرف مين هو صاحب قرار منع البرنامج؟ ايه هي الرساله الموجهه والصريحه اللي ممكن تقولها له؟
اقول له انت خايف ليه؟
Is political satire now dead in Egypt?
I still believe in political satire once it is allowed to be done.
You say, yeah, البرنامج is dead. So I'm.
Is dead? Why? It's maybe it's asleep. It's asleep now.
ممكن ترجع لمجلس الطب تاني؟
لا.
طب السيسي ليه علاقه بوقف؟
لا، هي كان سؤال واحد يا ابني. اوكي، اتفضل حضرتك.
انت طول البيان بتتكلم بين السطور على خوف على سلامتك الشخصيه وخوف على سلامه فريقك الشخصي. ما تقول ده بشكل واضح.
انت عايز تخش في الموضوع ده؟
عايز اسمع. لو انت عندك فرصه
انت عايزني في المسرح اهتف؟
لا خالص.
طب انت عايزني
في
تعمل
شغلك بس.
لا بص، انا نفسي اعمل شغل بس انا مش قادر.
شكرا.
اوكي يا جماعه، اللي يقدر ياخد حاجه بقى كشاف ضوء اي حاجه بقى هو واخد فيه بتاع.
Remember before the revolution, we were scared to talk about politics?
Yeah, exactly.
When we were taking a taxi?
Yeah.
It was really scary back then, because the intelligence and national security, they ruined a lot of people's lives. And that all changed with the revolution.
We hoped it would change.
No, it did change.
Not for long, I guess.
No, it did change. Now, Bessem happened.
Bessem happened for a while, and apparently...
For a while.
For a while.
I'm going to miss the whole environment. It's hard. It's hard, yeah. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to know all these great and wonderful people, and I will miss them so much.
I don't think I could have done anything to change the outcome. I mean, if I would go back in time, I would have written the same jokes.
لا هنفوق، لا هنكمم قفه، ولا هنقول قولوا وما تقولوش واعملوا وما تعملوش، لكن خليكوا شويه مدركين لطبيعه
يعني انت عايزه تقولي ان مفيش تكميم افواه في مصر؟
هم اللي بيقولوا مش انا اللي بقول.
لا، انت تعتقدي انه مفيش تكميم افواه في مصر؟ باسم يوسف مش فم مكمم؟
There was a comedian who created a program similar to our own Jon Stewart. It was a satire. That program was taken off the air. That's not freedom of expression.
I hope you believe me, we had nothing to do with that at all.
باسم يوسف
جدا طبعا.
فاكر لسه سايبت الطب عشان الحاجات دي.
ايوه طبعا.
فاكر لما كنت فاكر لو كنت شاكين في الكلام ده؟ اوكي.
ايوه انت خدت هجوم.
For those of you who do not know who I am the Bاسم Yusuf of America. Thank you.
Of course, I'm not happy that the show has stopped, but I'm relieved that I don't have to worry that much about Bاسem. I believe that stopping the show was a loss, not for Bاسem, not for me. It was a loss for Egypt. Everything is different.
A few hours ago, Tariq called me. He told me that I just lost the case against CBC. I owe them £100 million. There's never been a fine this big in the history of Egyptian media. I don't have the money to pay. they could put me in jail. I just put everything I can in 2 bags, and we're heading for the airport. I don't know if I'm going to be stopped. We're leaving Egypt. My daughter may not get to grow up in our country. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go back. I spoke with my brother. He told me that our dad was killed in a car accident. I want to go back, but my brother thinks that the risk is just too high. I can't even go back for my father's funeral.
Here's the thing. You are living in an atmosphere that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Everything is totally up to grabs. There are so many people who are being put in jail just because they are journalists, or banned from traveling just because they tweeted something. People will wake up, but it takes time.
The show is kind of bittersweet. That moment of history will always remain. This show, with all the difficulties that we went through, was a short glimpse in time where people can look back at and say, you know what? It's possible.
Democracy is kind of like lost. It's happening slowly, but it's going to happen. There's no way that the giant can just crush everybody unless people let him do that.
Saturday Night Live! مين يا ابني؟ ايه؟ يافطة في عربية ازاي؟
واخد الفلوس يا حبايبي يوصلوا بيها مية شرب.
مين ده يا سلام؟ ده جده.
As most of you know that my show was banned a few months ago, so I have no idea why would you listen to an unemployed bum like me.
Satire was our weapon to dissect through the lies and rhetoric that were used to control the people.
They use the best known weapon known to humans.
Fear.
Fear works, fear wins, fear is the perfect weapon.
Hello, yes, we don't like the jokes anymore. Shut him down or you'll be shut down. Ta-ta!
Sarcasm is a perfect remedy to fear. When you laugh, you're not afraid anymore.
Those evil bastards lose.
The whole Arab Spring concept might look like it was a failure.
But maybe there's a small beacon of hope.
A revolution is not an event. It's a process.
There is a revolution of young minds questioning everything. All they need is a space and a path to express themselves.
Everybody can be a hero, everybody can be a star, everybody can actually get their voice heard.
We have found our voice, and this time we will not give it up.
It is said that the freedom of any people is judged by the volume of their laughter. So my wish for you and humanity is to have the loudest laugh ever. Thank you very much.